Today, let's talk about cameras for your YouTube channel. One of the first things I'm always asked when someone sees me is what type of cameras I'm using to shoot my YouTube channel content with. And the truth is, I use several different cameras. It depends on the application or what I'm doing at the moment. Anytime you see me sitting here in the studio doing the direct-to-camera shot, it's always my Sony ZV-E10. I also use the Sony ZV-E10 for those direct down shots whenever I'm demoing a pedal. This camera, for the money, looks absolutely stunning. I have not found anything in this price point that matches the crispness of the 4K footage and the ease of use. And the lens that I'm actually using on this camera is just the regular kit lens, the one that comes stock on the camera. It does a fantastic job. I could put a lens on it and get a shallower depth of field, which would blur the background a little bit and would probably look absolutely stunning. But I just haven't cared to change that lens yet because I'm really happy with the shots that I get here in the studio. And I've talked about it in other videos. Obviously, the lighting is going to play a big role in that actual shot. So make sure that you've got good, decent video lights and that you're lighting the room properly to get this fantastic look. But I'm not doing anything special. I'm not doing color correction in the editing. What you're seeing is what you get. I'm dragging and dropping. The only thing that I'm doing is I am recording the audio that you're hearing right now separately to a Zoom H5. The other two cameras you see me using on this YouTube channel the most are my iPhone 15 Pro and the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Now, my iPhone gets defaulted in uses a lot because it shoots so well in low light situations. Apple has designed the software in the iPhones, especially the later models, to do a phenomenal job of filming nice, crisp 4K footage in really low lit areas and low lit situations. So a lot of the tours that I end up doing will just be with my iPhone, and I will use like a stabilizer type carrying stick of some sort to actually put the iPhone on to help with me holding it and trying to keep it as steady as possible. But that's pretty much it. I set the iPhone to 4K video and shoot. It also does a terrific job of getting really close to items. So if I'm trying to get really close to see details on a piece of gear, the iPhone does a remarkable job of keeping it in focus and keeping it lit. For those really glass smooth shots, if I've got really good light in an area, I'm always going to choose the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 just because it's a gimbal cam, it shoots terrific looking video, and it has a really, really cinematic look and very easy to use, quick to use. I can literally flip the screen, the camera opens up and cuts on, and I can be recording within a few seconds. And the footage always looks absolutely fantastic. You can shoot in a lot of different modes on the Osmo 3 and some really high-end professional modes actually. You can shoot basically log on it, but I tend to just shoot in the traditional 4K with color setting called normal. And again, I do very little color correction for this YouTube channel at all. And when I'm shooting with the Osmo 3, like the video that you're looking at here, I didn't do any color correction. I simply turned the camera on, hit record, and did the walking shot and got beautiful, smooth footage with a lot of ease. The final camera that I use on this YouTube channel a lot is the GoPro Hero 9. Now this is typically your last resort type shot. I use this camera the least. Mainly, not because it's a bad camera, but mainly because it does not capture as well in low lighting situations again. But this is always for my B or C shot. So in the case of if you see my foot on the floor tapping, like the porch board base, or if I just need a multicam shoot for any reason, that second or third camera will always be the GoPro Hero 9. And I really love the GoPro, especially the later GoPro series. I have not felt the need to upgrade from the GoPro Hero 9. They're now up to like the Hero 13, I think. The GoPro 9 does a phenomenal job of shooting 4K footage. It was the first series that had the front screen, the front facing screen, so that you could see how to frame your shot. And there's been many times that I use the GoPro for a shot here and there on the YouTube channel, and I just stick it in the edit, and most of the time you can't even tell that I'm switching between that camera and like the Osmo or my iPhone. I used the GoPro way more before I got the Osmo 3. I like the Osmo 3's stabilization slightly better than the GoPro stabilization, and that's not a knock on the GoPro, because the stabilization on the GoPro Hero 9 is absolutely stellar. But the Osmo does just a slightly better job of gliding and getting those cinematic glides. So since I've got the Osmo, I've used the GoPro less, but I still use the GoPro Hero 9 quite a bit. Anytime I'm doing anything live and I want to shoot me or my band performing, I'm using the GoPro Hero 9 because they're just nice small form factors. I actually own about, I think, 7 GoPro Hero 9s, and so I can set them all around the stage and do multicam cut-ups. It's a fantastic camera. I would say that the battery life is probably its weakest link. The stock battery is only going to give you about 30 to 40 minutes of 4K filming, so you'd want to upgrade the battery, and even then, about the best you're going to do is about an hour and a half. Of course, video is only as good as the audio that you're capturing. I am using the Zoom H5 with an Audio-Technica AT87-5R short shotgun mic. For anything outside of the studio, I've been using the original DJI lav mic, and they've got the new DJI 2, and I like a lot of the new features of the DJI Lav 2. I'll eventually get one. The problem is the current kit that I have, the original DJI lav mic, is doing a great job for me, so I just haven't felt the need to spend that extra money to get the new version of it. Eventually, whenever this one breaks, I'll end up upgrading. But anytime I'm shooting outside of the studio, you're going to see those mics clipped on to the lapel of whoever I'm videoing or myself, because the audio on those mics is spectacular. It has the onboard recording backup, which I love, and it's a workhorse. It does a great job. So there you have it. Those are the cameras that I use to film this YouTube channel. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to drop me a comment. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. I'd love to hear your thoughts. We'll see you on the next video.